Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Shlo, and welcome to part 3 of my GearsCon Overrun article coverage. And they left a nice little spot in this article for talking about gameplay changes, and I'm going to bring that in this last part. And the first thing they talked about was the first-person control scheme, which is kind of what they refer to as this new control scheme. And what it says is Epic and People Can Fly remove the clunky D-pad for weapon swaps for several good reasons. In the campaign with the large amount of locusts on the screen, you need to change your weapons quickly and decisively. The D-pad didn't always register a user pulling out their pistol and pulled out a smoke grenade instead. The new controller scheme allows for quick weapon swaps, and trust us, it works fantastically. It allows for faster gameplay and for your weapons to be changed out almost instantly. So obviously, historically in Gears, the D-pad, up would be your grenades, left would be you'd start with a shotgun, right would be your lancer, and you could swap. And down would be the pistols, and you could swap out whatever. This is a pretty big change for Gears, but in the long run, I don't really see it really being a game breaker. It's just a different way to switch your weapons. It's all, it's all it is. It might even be easier. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not. A lot of people are freaking out, but I don't know. Just not that perturbed by it. Whatever. It's whatever as far as I'm concerned. Uh, Next up, left bumper for grenades. This change is also to streamline the gameplay. Gamers will no longer be forced to use an animation to stand up and pitch grenades. They can be thrown out quickly from cover, and if you hold down the left bumper, you can aim the arc without exposing yourself to the enemy. So that's a pretty big change. This one I think will actually have a bigger effect, but in Gears, the grenade was just like the other weapons on the D-pad, and if you wanted to aim it, you would pop out a cover and swing it around with your arm, and you'd have this arcing reticle that showed you where the grenade would go. Now you're able to do that while staying in cover. Obviously, the control difference is kind of a big deal. It's left bumper instead of switching out grenades, but I think that's a bigger deal. You can now arc grenades without coming out of cover, which is going to make grenades much more important. If you wanted to aim the grenade, you were really risking yourself pretty badly. If anyone had the sniper, you were done. Even a team fire would take you down immediately, but now with this new layout, grenades are going to be a pretty big deal in this game. Up next, and I talked about this a little bit, is stopping power is removed. It says we can confirm that stopping power was not an overrun. The Lancer assault rifle did not slow down your opponents when they were rushing towards you. This is all we can say about this for right now. So obviously they've talked with some of the people from Epic, and they know a little more than has been released. But I have to believe that if stopping power isn't an overrun, it's probably not in Judgment at all. And I did a video about this, but I think this is a really positive direction for the series. The only game without stopping power in the series was Gears 1, and to a lot of people, that was by far the best one. Personally, I think Gears 3 was better, but for different reasons. If stopping power wasn't in Gears 3, it would be even more amazing, in my opinion. I also talked about this a little bit, but not really. I didn't get into it too much, but it says Hammer Burst must be burst fired. We mentioned this in the portion about the Cantus. The Hammer Burst can no longer be used like the Gears of War 2 or 3 versions where you could use rapid fire controllers or fan the trigger normally. If you single fire the weapon, your shot will be accurate and without kick, but if you shoot quickly, aka fanning the trigger, it will recoil ridiculously high in the fourth shot. This weapon will require a lot more skill and judgment, so very happy about that. Still getting raped all the time by Hammer Burst in ranked matches. The Hammer Burst in Gears 3 is an issue. I think a lot of people spend way too much time complaining about the retro when the hammer is the real issue. You get into a ranked match, people just hold you down. Teams will just sit back, and King of the Hill is just the worst. You go to fight for a hill, and then just 20 hammer bursts coming at you. Nothing you can do. You're down instantaneously, and so many people are running modded controllers. It's just completely absurd. But to do this, leave it semi-automatic, but give it that crazy kick after a few shots, that was a smart move. That's going to take the Hammer Burst, make it a skill weapon. It shouldn't be as overbearing as it has been in the past. It won't be, you won't see teams just sitting back with their mods and downing, your whole team while you're trying to go for a hill, hill and King of the Hill, or rush a power weapon in TDM or whatever. Either way, it was annoying, and they've taken some steps to alleviate that. And, another smart move. I'm seeing a lot of smart moves so far. Up next, Soldier Class will not have Boom Shot by default in Overrun. As we mentioned above, Boom Shot is overpowered and will be swapped out for an unannounced weapon before the release. We could speculate all day up and down on what that weapon will be, but I'm just excited that we're getting at least one new weapon. Hopefully there'll be more. I don't really know what it could be. Like I said, I'm going to do a video probably tomorrow with a couple of ideas for weapons I want to see in this game, and maybe I'll throw out some suggestions in that. But for now, I got nothing on that. Long Shot now holds 4 rounds per clip. Epic has increased the round count to make the Long Shot a more effective weapon for Overrun. That clearly says for Overrun, so I'm starting to wonder if maybe my prediction about that being the normal Long Shot is not going to be true. We'll have to see. Like I said, they continue to go in the right direction with this game, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and we'll figure out what's going on with that. Personally, I don't think the 4 round per clip Long Shot was overpowered in the event. Seemed like it took 3 shots to down people. Gave you, but it made the sniper more of a power weapon, and that's my problem with it. It just doesn't compete with the other power weapons. Anyway, control sensitivity. Judgment, as of right now, has the same sensitivity settings as Gears of War 3, though this could be subject to change in the future. Our staff wasn't aware we could change the settings, so we all played under default. I don't really have too much to say about that. The sensitivity options in Gears 3 are nice, and they added more stuff, so that's pretty good. But, the sensitivities in Gears 3 are fine. If they bring that back, fine. Frag tag is the last thing on here. Though we attempted to tag grenades during our session of Overrun, with the new control scheme, we aren't sure if they are going to be a part of Overrun. This is subject to more confirmation and change in the future. So, yeah, with this left bumper nades thing, it looks like bag and tag and tagging grenades in general is in very big jeopardy. But honestly, though, it's too early to say. We don't really know if they're going to add that in later or, make a new way of doing it, add a different button combination or whatever. If they got rid of tagging walls, some people would think it's a step back. But, honestly, that just slows down gameplay anyway. So I wouldn't really be entirely opposed to it. I'd rather the game be more about, actual fighting than hiding behind a planted nade on the wall. But, that's going to do it for this video. Everything, discussed everything on there. The game's looking like it's going to be great. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.